So, Cheyne-Stokes breathing is a type of periodic breathing in which there will be alternate activity of respiration and apnea which is occurring at regular intervals. So, if I am drawing, so there will be an alternate activity of respiratory activity and apnea which is occurring at regular intervals. So, there will be waxing and waning of tidal volume during each respiratory cycle or during the time of respiratory activity. So, this is the time where there is apnea and this is the respiratory activity. So, there will be alternate period of respiratory activity and apnea, which is occurring at regular intervals. And second point, this is the first point. Second point is during the time of respiratory activity, there will be waxing and waning. So, there will be a waxing and waning of the tidal volume. Waxing, increase and decrease of tidal volume. So, there will be waxing and waning of tidal volume occur during the time of respiratory activity. Then the arterial level of PO2. The arterial level of PO2 and PCO2 fluctuate during each cycle. So, there will be fluctuation in the level of PO2 and PCO2. So, during each cycle there will be PO2 and PCO2 fluctuation. And at the end of apnea, at this time PO2 will be lowest and PCO2 should be highest. So, PO2 is lowest and PCO2 is highest. At what time? At the end of apnea. PO2 is lowest and PCO2 is highest at the end of apnea, which will stimulate a further respiratory activity. Okay. Next, I will show you how to draw the changes or the fluctuation in the PO2 and PCO2 during the respiratory cycle and at the time of apnea. So, this is the waxing and this is the waning. This is the during respiratory activity and this is during apnea. Then what will be the PCO2 level and what will be the PO2 level? So, here you have to understand at the end of apnea the PO2 level should be lowest. So, this represents the PO2 level. So, if you see this diagram, at the end of apnea PO2 will be lowest and PCO2 will be highest. So, this is the diagram that represents the Cheyne-Stokes breathing, PCO2 and PO2 level. So, Cheyne-Stokes breathing is a type of periodic breathing in which there is alternate period of respiratory activity and apnea that is occurring at regular intervals. Waxing and waning of tidal volume is there during each respiratory cycle, and PO2 and PCO2 fluctuate during this time, and at the end of apnea the PO2 will be lowest and PCO2 will be highest. Then we will see what are the causes for Cheyne-Stokes breathing. Cheyne-Stokes breathing can occur physiologically. So, what are the conditions in which Cheyne-Stokes breathing occurs as physiologically or pathologically? So, the physiological conditions in which Cheyne-Stokes breathing can occur is hyperventilation. So, during hyperventilation Cheyne-Stokes breathing can occur in infants, during sleep, etc. And it can occur in pathological conditions also whenever there is a increase in the intracranial tension. Whenever there is an increase in the intracranial tension, morphine poisoning, etc. That means it can occur physiologically as well as pathologically. So, you know that there is a period of respiratory activity and there is a period of apnea which is occurring during the time of periodic breathing. So, what happens or what is happening to the carbon dioxide concentration? So, during hyperventilation, so whenever there is a hyperventilation, there will be carbon dioxide washout. So, during hyperventilation there will be carbon dioxide washout. So, you know that the main stimulus for the respiratory center is the central chemoreceptor influence, that is mainly based on the amount of carbon dioxide concentration, because 80 to 85% of the respiratory drive is because of the central chemoreceptors, and whenever there is a carbon dioxide washout, and this can cause a depression of the respiratory center. So, this can cause a depression of the respiratory center due to the carbon dioxide washout or reduced PCO2, and this will depression of the respiratory center can lead on to apnea. So, whenever there is a depression of the respiratory center, that is leading on to apnea. So, there is a temporary stoppage of breathing. So, during that time of apnea or during the temporary stoppage of, there will be building up of carbon dioxide. So, that there will be an increase in the carbon dioxide concentration. That time there will be an increase in the carbon dioxide concentration, which can stimulate the respiratory center. So, this is the mechanism of action: hyperventilation, carbon dioxide washout, which will cause the depression of the respiratory center, that is known as apnea. So, during the period of apnea, there will be an increase in the arterial level of PCO2, and which will ultimately cause a stimulation of the respiratory center, which will result in a period of respiratory activity.